prompted you to apply for this position at Versatile Incorporation, and what benefits do you bring to our team? Always had interest in the real estate industry. I do have previous experience as a real estate agent. I was doing that for 1 year. Now I'm interested in pursuing property management instead. I believe since I do have that previous experience as a real estate agent, I bring great benefit of the team since I'm already comfortable speaking to people who are looking for a new place to call home and helping them with that process. What do you consider to be your greatest strengths, and what is your greatest weakness? My greatest strength is how I communicate with others and my ability to make them feel comfortable, especially in situations that are very nerve-wracking for them. I believe this attribute will be a huge aid when it comes to helping potential tenants during the leasing process. Especially for first-time tenants, it can be quite a nerve-wracking experience for them. Weakness that I have had in the past is attempting to do everything myself and not relying on my team members for support. Although my current job has helped me open up communication with my team members, especially in management, as I am a manager as well, and asking them for support as needed and relying on the resources that they offer for me too. Please give an example of a challenging interaction you've experienced and rate your problem-solving capability. A challenging interaction I've had in the past was a client that was purchasing a home with me as the buyer's agent. There was a pretty serious asbestos issue that had popped up during the home inspection that had almost made the deal fall completely through. As an agent, I did reassure my first-time home buyer of the situation, told them that everything was going to be okay and was going to be handled properly. My way of handling it was reaching out to the seller immediately and having the seller fund the process of removing all the asbestos from the home as needed, and that was able to make the deal continue on and not fall through. If former coworkers were to describe you using 5 words, what would those 5 words be? My previous coworkers would describe me as understanding, supportive, positive, kind, and reliable. Give an example of your work ethic and how it would apply to this position. My work ethic is proactive and goal-oriented, not only for myself, but for my teammates. At the spa that I currently work at, I lead a small group of girls and have them set goals for themselves every single week. This basically instills confidence in them and also promotes the sales for the spa. Here at Versatile Incorporation, we are a team-based environment. Please state whether you prefer this type of environment and what your experience is in it. I do prefer a team-based environment. My team is what makes me excited for work every day. They also are what helps me keep track of our team goals. Like I mentioned earlier, I do manage a small group of girls at my current job, and as their manager, it's important for me to set goals for myself and them. Some goals that I set for us are the amount of add-ons that we sell, revenue from selling products to our clients, and handing out our business cards as effectively in order to have more retention at our spa. If a tenant or potential tenant was frustrated or angry, how would you handle this situation? The most important thing for me when dealing with somebody who is angry or frustrated is making sure that they are heard and feel heard. Putting myself in their shoes allows me to understand why they feel the way they do and how to help them. Most of the time when people are frustrated or angry, they're really just looking for a solution. That's why it's really important to hear what's bothering them in order to find a solution that works for me and them. After finding a solution that does work for both of us, the most important thing is following up and keeping in touch with them until the situation is fully resolved. Another important aspect in situations like this for me is always staying calm and kind as possible in order to show empathy for that person and reassure them that I'm not going to judge them or turn them away and that I really do want to come to a true solution for the both of us. What skills have you developed from previous job experience that could benefit you in this position? My current management position has given me the opportunity to lead a group of people and reach common goals. Another part of that management position is training new employees and being a mentor for them in their new position. During my time as a real estate agent, bartender and server, and now currently working at a spa, I've had the opportunity to work with so many different individuals and personalities, really strengthening my communication skills overall. How would you keep track of important information and follow-ups in order to successfully work with tenants? I would effectively keep a system for tracking tenant information as well as follow-ups by using technology and my own personal processes. Property management software would also aid me with organization. It's also important that I would be keeping consistent communication with all tenants, including potential and current. That way nothing is being overlooked or forgotten about depending on the person. I would also prioritize tasks as needed based on the urgency and the importance. I'd be utilizing a lot of digital calendars, to-do lists, checklists in order to stay on top of all deadlines. Do you have any questions about this position? What tasks would I be responsible for on a daily basis in order to be successful in this position? If you were offered this position, how soon would you be available to work? I will need to provide my current employer with a 2-week notice, but after that, I'll be available to start immediately or as soon as you're available to begin training me.